Hello, welcome to the G.I. Joe New News Classified Reviews. My name is David T. Allen, or if you would like, Super Dave 817. If you would like to see more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button for future videos. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the G.I. Joe New News Classified Review. I am David Allen. Thank you for joining me. We are here to talk about Snake Eyes and Timber number 52. This is an interesting one because I don't know why this was introduced, to be honest with you, because I didn't think we needed another Snake Eyes and Timber at this point. Maybe at some point they could have did a vintage package, Snake Eyes and Timber or something. I just don't know. I'm not sure why they did this, but we're gonna open it. We're gonna check it out, and we're gonna review it, and we're gonna compare Timber to our other Timber and see what the differences are on him. So let's see. We have the designations on there. We'll go over those real quick. This hopefully will be a fairly short video. Won't take too long to review this. So we have Covert Ops. We have bladed weapons. We have that weird eye. I don't believe we have that eye on here. No, don't have that eye, so we're not going to be able to figure out what that is. And then we have the head with the throwing star, which I'm guessing is throwing star. So we have bladed weapon, Covert Ops, and we have the throwing star as far as that goes. And then that weird eye. Hey, Bobby World, thanks for joining us in the chat again. I appreciate it. Let's see. I like the other Timber. It feels a little bit more cartoon accurate. So you think the first version is a little bit more cartoon accurate than this new one from the Sunbow animated Mass Device miniseries, or from like the other comics that we've gotten, or cartoons. So let's see. We have a beautiful piece of painted artwork that kind of rolls around the edge there. You see Snake Eyes with his sword, and it kind of rolls around the edge. This is part of that new packaging where they did the artwork on the front instead of on the sides like they did initially. And this is a figure and pet companion. And then we have that cross cell on the back that shows like a figure with all their equipment and stuff like that. The like Hasbro does with the renders there, and then a little bit of a kind of figure posing and stuff like that right there. So this is 52, like I said. So we're going to roll along. Again, this is the first time we're opening this, and we will be going through these in the number that they appear. So that's why we're up to number 52. Again, we have, let's see, another little Snake Eyes and Timber at the front as well there for the package. So they showed that off a lot on the package. So that was good. I like that art. It kind of looks like comic book artist. Trying to think of his name. He worked at Malibu Comics. I'm blanking on his name off the top of my head. If I remember it as I go along, I'll try to bring it back up again down the road as we go. He did Nocturnals. I'm trying to think of the artist that did Nocturnals. But he's a longtime comic book artist stuff. But that Snake Eyes looks a lot like his art. So we got another bag with the Cobra and G.I. Joe symbol on it there. We got 2 cardboard little things. We got another cardboard little thing. 2 more cardboard little things here. There. So this figure and pet set comes with a lot of accessories. And then we have the Indicia, the Legal, and all the gobbledygook there. So I'm going to stick that back in there. We got another one of those lockers, accessory lockers. This one says Snake Eyes and Timber, and it has the code on there, number 52. It's nice and blue. I really like these. I'm going to be utilizing these a lot with my displays. I'm going to be putting accessories and stuff in them and putting them behind there because not all the accessories are on these figures. All right, so here we go. Here's our figure and Timber version 2. So I'm going to open this up. So we're moving along on this series. I hope everybody that's watching in the chat and at home appreciates this. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We're going to be going into one of my favorite all-time characters next as we go along, number 53, I should say. And I have a lot to talk about with that particular figure. And there's a clue in this room. If you guys are eagle-eyed enough to be able to see the clue, there's a clue to our next figure in the video right now, and you can see if you can guess what it is. Bobby World, let's see. I know I have 2 of those white Timbers. I want to paint up one with a black coat just to have a wolf pack. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have multiples since we have multiples, right? Crusty Old Crow, thank you for joining us in the chat. Should Hasbro have given us a 3rd Timber with one of the Snake Eyes in this wave? I think we probably should have skipped this figure altogether if it was my choice, Crusty Old Crow, and I would have did the Snake Eyes that we got, the vintage Snake Eyes. I would have included it in that instead and did a different version of Timber and did the vintage version 2 Snake Eyes with Timber, because we basically got version 1 already. So I don't understand. Is it Retro Flint? No, it's not Retro Flint, Crusty Old Crow. Is it Sergeant Slaughter? Yes, it is Sergeant Slaughter, Bobby World. You got it. There's a. Did you get it through the clue, or do you just have a list of all the figures and you figured out that was who the next figure was? But yeah, there's a clue in here if you look carefully, and you'll be able to see where that clue is. But I will explain to you that when we get to it. But good job. It is definitely Sergeant Slaughter. Fair assessment of Snake Eyes overdose. Yeah. I don't know why they did this figure. I really don't. But it is what it is. We're going to review it because it's in the numbering and it's here, and we're going to go through all the figures. You know the drill. You know what I do here. We're just going to keep going until it's done. Or till we're caught up, right? Till we're 100% caught up with everything. And then we'll just do the new ones as they come. I saw his classified box on yeah, on the left. Yeah, that's him right over there. That's right. But there's a specific reason why that one's there, and I will explain it to you when we do that video. And that is all the clues you're going to get. Thank you for contributing to the fun of it all. It would be kind of boring if we just opened figures up and did reviews, right, of the same figures over and over. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know why, but I see Sergeant Slaughter on the right side of my screen. Yeah, it's because it's reverse. So it's technically on my right. No, it's on my left. Sorry, this is my left. See, left, and this is my right. So you can make the finger thing. You can figure it out that way. That's how I know. That's left. But because of the screen being reversed, it looks like it's right. Right? Let's see. You're right, Bobby. His left. LOL. It's funny, but that's television for you. I guess that's what this is, technically television. So we got the Stars and Stripes interior package there. We'll just stick that over there. And then, let's see, we have Timber and Snake Eyes. Now, I don't know if you guys remember a little while back when I did the Fortnite one. Did you guys see the Fortnite video that I did? I really, really like that Fortnite Snake Eyes. And I think he was really, really cool. And I think maybe I could be mistaken. This might be, was their reasoning for doing this Timber and Snake Eyes? Somebody said they wanted a white one from the Sunbow. I believe in one of the PulseCon things, they said they wanted a white one of Timber. And I think this is heavily inspired by the Fortnite Snake Eyes. Just looking at it, just off the top of my head, it looks a lot like the Fortnite one. And I think that's a fantastic figure, that Fortnite Snake Eyes. So there you go. There's your white Timber. He has a bit of a scar. Let me see. Does he have that scar on this one? Yeah, he has a scar on this one, but it's like more brown. It's over the eye. And this one is more like dark black. It's over his eye. You can kind of see that scar there. But he's identical. He's pretty much identical to this Timber. With the difference is the color deco, the paint deco on him and stuff like that. This is all white, and this is gray and black and some brown. And there's a little bit of brown in him, in his paws, and stuff like that. He's got a little deco brown in the ears, a little deco black in the nose and the face. So there you go. So there's your two Timbers. Bobby World. I wonder if that one wolf head that comes with the Ghost Viper is a redo of the Timbers head with a bigger peg, or if it's a new sculpt. I think you're right. I think it's the head with a bigger peg attachment, so you can put it on someone's figure's head instead of an animal's head. But these are removable. So let's see. Let's look at this. So there's your peg for him. So I think you're 100% correct in that. Good eye on that one, Bobby World. I think you're 100% correct. I think it's this head. It's just they gave it a little bit bigger ball joint attachment for a figurehead. But that's the way it goes. They have to get reuse, and that was something that was there, and why not? And it's scary, and it's supposed to be that whole crystal ball thing, and the whole thing with the Ghost Viper. It's supposed to be scary and creepy and all this stuff, right? So yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment on that. So this is definitely the Fortnite Snake Eyes. They just took out a lot of the color deco that was on the previous Fortnite Snake Eyes, all the blue and yellow and little color things that were on there on the grenades and stuff like that. But this is more of a urban, I would say an urban Snake Eyes, because he's got different fatigues, like grayish and black deco on there. He's got some silver. He's got, of course, the traditional version 2 Snake Eyes visor head. He's got pretty much all the same articulation as the previous figures. He's got 3 secondaries. He's got a harness. He's got a strap with grenades. He's got a belt. He's got a sheath for a knife, and he's got a gun sheath holster and a little thing for a baton of some sort next to it. He's got the 2 arm secondary things that are on his arms. I don't know what you call those. And of course, he's got the new head articulation, the butterfly shoulder articulation, the calf articulation, the wrist articulation. He does not have the secondary wrist articulation. He's got the chest articulation and waist. He's got the crotch articulation, pretty much all the same articulation. He's got the double pinned elbows, double pinned knees. He's got the foot rockers. Let's see if he's got he's got the second ankle swivel there, and he's got the thigh swivels. So pretty much everything except for the secondary wrist swivel, everything is the same. That was pretty much what the Fortnite Snake Eyes had, and so there you go. But I love this sculpt. I do like this sculpt a lot. I like a lot of the color deco and options. Some of the pouches have different shades of gray and stuff like that. There's the layering like the other one had with the back brace, the back harness and everything, and the different straps on the harness and the shoulder, all the shoulder armor greeble and stuff like that all over his arms. So this is a really nice figure. I'm glad they did a straight up version instead of Fortnite, because the Fortnite one was kind of an exclusive. So unless you were able to pre-order that through Paul's to get that, and I know people did have a hard time getting it. It's kind of a figure that's kind of lost to time now. Not too many people have the Fortnite one. So I'm glad they were able to re-release this one. Now in hindsight, kind of, I see why they did the Snake Eyes with Timber. It gave us another opportunity at another Timber reuse, and it gave us an opportunity to get the Snake Eyes in the main line so people can see how awesome the figure is itself and a lot of the upgrades that was made to this figure. So I'm kind of glad they did it. I'm like, we could have spaced it out a little bit farther apart, maybe, and didn't have to do it like, I think it's like 10 figures later, but that's the way it goes. All right, so let's look at some of these accessories. We have a lot of accessories. So we're going to open the Cobra and Joe bag. There we go, with the logos of G.I. Joe and Cobra on it. And there's another head, another Timber head. And there's tons of accessories in here. Holy smokes. Tons of stuff. Make sure we get everything. Let's see. So Snake Eyes made his first appearance in G.I. Joe Real American Hero issue 1 by Larry Hama, 1982. He also made his first Sunbow appearance in the Mass Device miniseries, episode 1. And we are now, I already got my polar bear set. I showed that off not too long ago. So we got that Snake Eyes in the future, the polar bears, the Sunbow polar bear Snake Eyes to go through. So boy, they're putting all kinds of stuff. So they gave him this Shamak that came with Stalker. That's a new added thing. So I'm not sure why, with all these secondaries, they wanted to give Snake Eyes a Shamak. I guess we'll have to take his head off. Now that gives us an option to look at his ball joint and see if the ball joint matches. So here's a second Timber head, and it's the angry face. So the other face We're all over the place right now. But the other one is the good boy face. And this is the angry face, right? So he comes with an angry face. Let's see if no, that's much bigger. The head ball joint is much bigger, so that won't go on there. So that proves your point that they had to have widened that to make it a head ball joint add-on. So there you go. I'll put that over there with timber. And let's get back to the Shamak. So they gave him Stalker's Shamak. So I guess if he's out in the wilderness or whatever, he could have a little disguise. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see. Now we got to put his head back on. So we have, and it kind of matches the color of the other colors of his costume, of his figure, because it's like a grayish brown, and the Shamak matches that, so it goes over that. So there you go. Let's see. He comes with the same two hands that the other Snake Eyes came with, except they've got the sign language, so he can give direction to Timber, I guess. Is a directional hand, sign language type hand. He also has the throwing star hand, which I'm very glad that they added the throwing star hand, because I wanted that with other Snake Eyes that didn't have that. So now that gives us an opportunity to mix and match some of these hands and give the other Snake Eyes some throwing stars, some directional hands. We have extra parts now. So let's see, we're going to put one of the guns in his sheath holster here, and then we're going to add his little staff. He's got a little staff there. We're going to add that into this little circular thing that's on the side of that holster. So we have both of those in there, the holster and that little staff piece. I don't know if that's a silencer or not. I haven't gotten to that point yet. He then also has a little knife there. I'm guessing some of these accessories are part of the previous Fortnite one as well. So I'm going to put that in the knife sheath on the side there. Looks good. Let's see. Then he has his Uzi and he has his big gun. So he's got this big gun here, and it has a cartridge here that's kind of wobbly. So I'm guessing that cartridge can be removed. This cartridge right there. And that's a different gun that he had with his Fortnite figure. And then he's got his traditional Uzi that should be with all Snake Eyes' traditional Uzi, right? Both of these guns have a lot of greeble on them. I'm just going to give him his traditional Uzi for now. There. So he's got his traditional Uzi in his hand. There. I'm going to put his other gun on the side here for now. So then we're going to go into all these little cardboard things. See what we get. There. We got a bow gun to launch. I'm guessing like a grappling hook type bow. Too bad he didn't have that grappling hook with the rope that the figure I just undid. Who was that I just did? The blue Ninja 2-packs that had that blue grappling hook. I would have used it on this Snake Eyes. I think it would have been really cool. So then we got that gun. So let's see what the next one is. We got another gun. And it's another M16 or something like that there. So he's got like 3 more guns. So he's got like an armory here. And then we have 2 more little cardboard pieces over here. See what these are. We have a sheath for a sword, and it's brown. So this sheath has been used multiple times for different figures. The blue Ninja 2-pack, the red Ninja, probably a Snake Eyes, maybe the 00 Snake Eyes, and so on and so forth. So let's see where that can go. That he does have a hole in his back and through his secondary. So we'll put that on there and see if we can get it in there. You have to get it through all these different places to get it to stay on. Let's see. Let me take this Shamak and his head back off. I've got to line this up so it goes into his back properly. All right, so I was able to get that back on there. Let's see if we can take his Shamak, put that back on there. See if we can get it to go kind of behind there a little bit. Like that. Put his head back on. All right. So we got the holster, we got the Shamak, we got the head. Everybody's back in place. There. That's a little tough. This is like a stealth Snake Eyes or something like that. He's out in the field and he's trying to infiltrate some Cobra facility or whatever, and that's basically what this is, like infiltration Snake Eyes. All right, so then, because we have a sheath, I'm guessing there's a sword in this last little cardboard thing. And there's a sword. Yep, it's a famous Snake Eyes sword. I can never remember the name of it. The only difference is they did some color deco on that, and it's silver. But it's his famous sword that he always uses. So I'm going to put that one in the sheath. There. And I'm going to switch out one of his hands because he's got his Uzi in this hand. I'm going to switch out his other hand. I'm going to put the throwing star hand on him because I like the throwing star hand. And if he's trying to infiltrate some sort of a facility, he's going to be using his throwing stars because he wants to be as quiet as possible. So I think that's why he's going to have his throwing star hand in there. So there. I put his throwing star hand on there. I like that hand. I think it's cool. So that's as much as we're going to get into this one because there's not much else you can do. He's got a lot of weapons and stuff like that. Bobby World, the peg on my stealth, your sheath snapped off flush. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That stinks. Maybe you can send a email to Hasbro Pulse. Sometimes if you get something that's defective or broken or whatever, you can get it replaced. They will replace it. This figure was a long time ago. So this is about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So I don't know if they replaced something that far back, but it doesn't hurt to try. I know people have gotten parts for all kinds of things from their figures from Hasbro Pulse. There's a link or something on the website where you can make a complaint or say something got damaged or missing or whatever. So that might be an opportunity for you to do that, Bobby World, if you want. So there's your Snake Eyes and Timber. Second, I don't know what to even call this. It doesn't say anything other than Snake Eyes and Timber, number 52. So Snake Eyes and Timber 52. That's what we'll call it. And so it looks like, I'm guessing if you look at this, they have two versions of this. So they have the one with the Shamak on. So I'm guessing you can take off some of the secondaries to put the Shamak on, because the one over there doesn't have the shamrock, and it has the secondary on there. It doesn't have the sheath either. So I guess this is a modular figure where you can mix and match parts and pieces and do a lot of different things with it, with all the guns and stuff. So I added everything on as much as I can, but you could probably take a lot of that off if you wanted to. But the good thing about it is I have my little weapons catch cabinet here, and I can put all his guns in there and his 2 extra hands. Boop, right in there. And I can even put Timber's extra bad boy head in there. There you go. Now he's got everything in there. What do you guys think? You think that was a good figure? Do you think we needed that? Do you think it was too soon? Maybe we needed it, but could have been a little bit later. I may take off the shamrock because I don't really like it on this figure. Either that or I need to take the head off and do it. I like the figure the way it is like that. What do you guys think? That's the good thing about this figure. There's a lot of options to it, mix and matching stuff. So I'm taking the shamrock off. Maybe I can give some of these accessories to other figures. You're doing the dioramas, Bobby World. If you have like a Cobra Temple type diorama where there's walls around the perimeter and there's like paths and bushes and trees and this and that, and you can have him like doing different elements of an infiltration to a Cobra headquarters or lab or something like that, you could probably use that shamrock for different characters, maybe not Snake Eyes. Or am I thinking outside the box there? He stands really good with this throwing star and with his legs. Let's get into him a little bit more. So he's got the knee pads. He's got the elbow pads. He's got a lot of layering on the boots, the straps. He's got the different split on the camouflage. The gray and the black are split. He's got a lot of color deco on his belt and some greeble all on that belt there. I love all the pouches and everything. I think he looks really good. I think this is a really good figure. Overall, I'm kind of a little surprised that I like this one as much as I like the Fortnite one, but I do. I like them both. They're really good. He looks a little short to me. I don't know. Let me see something. I want to look at something. I want to look at another figure. Let's look at 00. Let's look at 00 Snake Eyes and see if he matches. Because I think he looks a little short, but I could be wrong. It might just be me. I believe this is 00 Snake Eyes here. Yeah, see? See, he is shorter. He is shorter than this Snake Eyes. But he has a stand. So let me put him on a stand and see if he is the same. I'm having a hard time getting him in the stand. All right. I got him on the stand. Let's turn his feet so they're split like that. There. All right. Now I have them both on stands and see if they still are shorter than each other. He is slightly shorter. There is still a little bit of missing space there. And this figure there, the new Snake Eyes and Timber, has boots, whereas this Snake Eyes has the ninja feet, which is interesting. So definitely shorter. definitely shorter. I'll have to send you photos of Snake Eyes and Timber going through an ice cavern diorama I did. Oh yeah, definitely, Bobby World, definitely. Terrence Childs, hello, thank you for joining us in the chat. The vehicle, the vintage vehicle, yes, I do, Terrence Childs. I have the general vehicle. I have every single vehicle, every single figure, every single accessory and thing from the vintage line from 82 to 94, with the exception of two Night Force vehicles. The Night Moray and the Night Boomer, which is the Sky Striker. Those are the only two things I'm missing, and I have every vintage. So I do have the general. Bobby World, that is proof that Snake Eyes is not just one man under the mask. There you go, Bobby World. Maybe it's what's his name? I can't think of his name. I don't know. I can't. It's the guy that they did from Devil's Due. Let me see if I can find him. He's coming up in the line, so I have his figure close by. No, it's not there. Who is it? I don't know. I think I have his figure. I can't think of his name, but there's a guy that becomes Snake Eyes down the road in the comics, and I am blanking on his name off the top of my head. It's Kamakura. Wade Collins. Not Wade Collins. Is it Wade Collins' son? It's the son of Wade Collins. Is that what it is? It's Wade Collins' son, I think, right? Is Kamakura. And Kamakura, you got it, Bobby World. Kamakura. Kamakura, yeah, Collins, right? He became Snake Eyes at some point in the comics. Larry Hama even did it in his comics. So he took that on, I believe, in the regular comics. Sean Collins, there you go. I knew I could rely on you guys to help me. There's a lot of information up here, but unfortunately, sometimes when there's new information, other information goes out. It's part of getting old, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, Wade Collins became Snake Eyes. Spoiler alert: Snake Eyes gets killed off at one point, and Wade Collins fills in for him. And then there's another Snake Eyes, Dawn Moreno. I remembered her. She's brought in as a female Snake Eyes, and then regular Snake Eyes is brought back, but he can talk. He doesn't have the vocal problems that the original Snake Eyes, because he was kind of cloned or what. I don't know. I'm reading the comics, but it's a lot. Larry Hama is doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it. So the new Snake Eyes, there's 3 Snake Eyes right now, concurrently, and Devil's Due Skybound hasn't even used Snake Eyes yet, which is incredible how good those comics are, and we haven't even gotten a Snake Eyes there yet. So I'm curious how they're going to do that, because we know the Arashikage exists in Skybound. We know Jinx, we know Storm Shadow, Snake Scarlet are all in there because they've showed all those characters. But no Snake Eyes. What are they going to do with Snake Eyes? How are they going to show him? Where is he going to pop up? I'm really looking forward to seeing when he shows up, because it's got to be something big. Skybound has always done these really big surprises. Am I right, guys? You guys reading the Skybound comics? Bobby World, I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Dawn Moreno yet. I think I saw she was a Joe Fest exclusive custom. It's possible. There's lots of people doing customs of Dawn Moreno. But I'll give you one thing though. The Hasbro team said, classified team have said, there's nothing off the table. So we're going to get comic book accurate figures. We're going to get animation Sunbow accurate figures. We're going to get stuff we've never gotten before. There's all these different layers of things that they're adding to it. So I hope they keep going. That just gives us more versions of Snake Eyes that they can give us over the years down the road. We can get a Kamakura Snake Eyes. That could be another Kamakura figure. We can get a Don Moreo Snake Eyes. We can get the new Snake Eyes with the voice. We technically already have the Snake Eyes with the voice because it's Henry Golding. It's Henry Golding from the movie because he was talking. So I'm wondering that's why Larry incorporated that, because he accepted that in the movie, and he said that if he had a way to do that, he would do it, and he did. He cloned Snake Eyes. So that's interesting. And I hope the Snake Eyes that's cloned is different. I hope he acts different and stuff like that. So, all right. So that's Snake Eyes and Timber number 52. We're going to 53. You guys have an idea who number 53 is. It's going to be a really good video because it's one of my favorite people in the G.I. Joe world. We're going to be doing, and I might as well show it to you since I had you guys guess, Sergeant Slaughter. So I have a lot to talk about Sergeant Slaughter next when we get to that. So you guys have any more questions or anything you want me to add to this video? If not, we can close this out and move along. No? Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys in the chat always contributing. It really makes this more rewarding for me to talk to you guys and have that interaction back and forth. I also love it when people comment after the fact. They watch the videos later and they comment and ask questions. I appreciate that as well. This is for you guys. So this is a G.I. Joe video. Can you believe that? We've got another G.I. Joe character. Snake Eyes, but still a G.I. Joe character, right? So I guess we're going to go with Yo Joe. See you next time.